meen ik mij ineens niet hardop te herinneren dat Fernando Alonso met een soort zwaard van Damocles boven zijn hoofd race. Vanwege de actie die hij gedaan heeft in Brazilië. Doorrijden onder de gele vlag. Is daar niet een soort halve voorwaardelijke straf voor uitgedeeld? Dat zal de komende uren, CQ-dagen, zich wel gaan ontvouwen. Dan wel in de bladen, dan wel in de kranten of zeker op het internet. Misschien dat zo dadelijk een van onze prettyboarders nog even de mannen kan spreken. En ons komt het aanstaande vrijdag wel een herhaling. Eén ding is zeker, Ralf Schumacher wint hier de grote prijs van Europa op de Nürburgring. Een fantastisch resultaat voor hem. Een super resultaat voor het team van Williams. Namens de volledige ploeg van RTL5 ter plekke hier op de Nürburgring. Dank voor uw aandacht. We gaan via de studio terug luisteren wat men er daarvan vond en wat ze er daarvan weten.
Ralph, a great victory. The first ever BMW Williams 1-2 finish here on home soil as well.
It was the second 1-2 finish. We had one in Malaysia, I think, if I think right. But still, I mean, it's great. Has been a long time. Have had a couple of pole positions, couldn't turn them into a victory. Got a bit under criticism, but you see, even a bad driver can win a race. So.
And a great start there ahead of your brother into turn one.
Yeah, I had simply a good start. For whatever reason, he didn't, and that's why I took the chance. I don't know, maybe it looked more spectacular from the outside than it was actually.
A very long first stint. By the time you came out of that, how did you think you fared against Kimi? Do you think you could have got him towards the end of the race?
Well, we gained half of the time back. They were pretty strong. Would have been a very difficult one. I don't know. But I have to guess yes, obviously. We were pushing very hard for it. Car was perfect today, tyre was perfect. So the team did a great job.
Juan Pablo, can you tell us what happened in that first stop? You changed only one set of tyres.
Yeah, I only changed the rear tyres because I had, when I was following Rubens and Michael and Ralph, we all were together, I was having a lot of graining in the front. And I decided the best thing to do was to leave the front on. And it didn't seem to pay off, and I actually lost more time, Didn't manage going by Rubens or anything, and for the last stop we put new tyres and I went by both of the Ferraris.
Well, you're right behind Michael. Tell us about that incident.
I think I don't know what was wrong with Michael. In the straight, he had pretty good straight. And just in the cornering, he was very slow. And, went down into the hairpin. He blocked the inside, went for the outside, and we touch.
And did he run wide, do you think, or do you think it was...
Well, I thought I gave him plenty of room. I wasn't going to give him all the track, but I gave him enough room to go around the corner somehow.
Rubens, a good start?
Yeah, a good start. I went by Juan Pablo, and then although it was very difficult to pass, it was okay to keep the pace. I was saving a little bit of fuel at that stage. Everything was running okay. But then we put a little bit more fuel, and the car started to be a bit more difficult to drive compared to the speed that Williams were going. Disappointed that Juan Pablo went by in the pit, but that was all I could do. I mean, I was catching Michael, and when they were fighting, I don't know what was happening to Michael at that time, but I was catching quite rapidly. But then I went through a phase in the race that the balance was no good at all. When the fuel came down, the car was better, but it was no gain. I mean, I couldn't go any forward anymore, so I had to just pace myself.
Ralph, you came in for some criticism after the Canadian Grand Prix for not being aggressive, for perhaps not being a winner. Can you tell us about your thoughts now?
I don't know. I mean, it's down to the expert, which called himself expert after the race. But what's far more important is, I think, for the team, we took an amazing step. If you remember where we started, I can't remember a team turning it around so much from the start of the season. And I think, again, it's amazing what job the team did this year.